Everyone sings in their car.
Yeah.
This just facilitates it and makes it a lot more fun.
Oh my God, I love it.
That is my role. I want to make sure whatever products I develop, programs, that I'm thinking about the consumer as my endpoint, as my North Star.
One thing we're really excited about is we're starting to see audio measurement finally catch up to show how powerful the channel is.
Yeah.
Hey, it's E.B. Moss, and this is episode 46 of season 2 of Insider Interviews, where you get the insider scoop on the business of media, marketing, and advertising. And this time you're going to get 3 scoops. I'm just back from CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, where I spoke to 3 experts in audio, TV, brand marketing, ad tech. Stick around because you're going to hear first from Jim Riley. He's the president of Stingray US. They've got some scoop on what's going into cars and on your TV screens. Then, how to really engage with consumers, per the CMO of Gold Bond, Kimberly Hairston Hicks. And then Jennifer Louis-Oon, the SVP of Sales at DAX, is going to talk about what's new and what's next in ad tech. It's a great show, and I might be singing to some of them. Stick around.
Jim Riley, what have you been doing since 1992?
Oh goodness, I've been very busy working with my good friends for lots of different things, but over the last 5 years working very closely with Stingray and for Stingray, who was a partner of ours back in the day, back when VOD was young.
Back in the day, we don't even get to say back in the day without explaining that Jim gave me my first job in cable at E! Entertainment Television, and the big deal was that it had 23 million subscribers at the time.
Indeed.
It was a baby network.
It was on its way to becoming massive. And
yeah.
You earned that role, by the way. You didn't
Thank you.
give it to you. But yes, and you did a great job for us.
Thank you.
So.
But you've done even greater. You're the president of Stingray and USA. Okay, because it's a Canadian-based company, right?
Right, out of Montreal. Yeah, it's a public company around the Toronto Stock Exchange. We operate in about 160 countries, and it's an amazing business, music, media, and technology. So we're not just content, we create solutions, and that's what makes it exciting, especially in today's market where there's lots of opportunities to do that.
So it's like the trifecta of all content.
We've got a lot of products that are music oriented. We're expanding a little beyond that now to adjacent categories, like what's behind us now is our ambient TV. One of our many channels, Naturescape, and there's about a half a dozen of those that we've deployed, and we're adding more. And it provides a really nice background and nice setting. Zen is one of our channels, Zen Life. But we also have Cityscapes and Cozy Cafe, just things that make you comfortable and you have in the background oftentimes when you're working or using your TV as a backdrop for your home.
And then you also mentioned automotive, and we'll come back to music because I know that's near and dear to your heart. I know this about you from back in the day too. But let's talk about what you're doing with automotive as well.
So we've got an array of products. If you think about starting at the product level, we make those work for any of the different distribution platforms that we work with. So partners like LG and Samsung and Vizio and those folks, they have TV channels and we supply them. Here's one behind us. And that's a fast kind of a model, works really well. We also work with cable operators and other platform partners, but we take those same products and we facilitate configuring them for the automotive space, which is growing really quickly. And for us, one of the easiest products to convert into that is karaoke. So believe it or not, people are singing their hearts out in all kinds of different cars around the world, but we have great partnerships.
Okay.
There you go. Indeed, it's one of those products that I think is everyone sings in their car.
Yeah.
This just facilitates it and makes it a lot more fun.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, and we recently introduced scoring, so you can actually hear yourself singing, and there's a little beat for each of the keys and notes of the song. And the better you do, the higher your score, and you can share and make it a social experience.
So you're gamifying karaoke.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
And we're doing that not just in the car, but also on TV. So we've got a number of partners who have deployed that product, and more coming. But karaoke is only one of them. We also have a music product. We just acquired a company called TuneIn, officially at the end of December. So we're officially one company now, and we're putting our forces together to really support our OEM partners, our TV partners, etc. It's very, very popular in the space, and they're distributed in many, many automobiles already. We're bringing together other products that we have to make the experience better for Calm or Zen Life. We talked about a great example of bringing cool content into an environment where the OEMs aren't trying to replicate the phone experience or TV experience. They want something unique and special for them.
Okay.
And that's what we can do.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really diversified and in so many areas of culture and entertainment. It's fantastic. And TuneIn also is streaming audio, and so Canada has a lot of radio stations. And
so we operate, we actually operate, one of our business units operates over 120 radio stations across Canada.
Right.
So that's a really nice little business that continues to go. We also have an out-of-home business, which is retail oriented. Think of big box retail,
That's
grocery.
huge now.
It's going, it's gangbusters. And when you're in the store, when you're aisles away versus miles away, you're getting an ad message every few minutes inside the music. So you can learn about what's available at that store at the moment. So what we want to do in our streaming business is take our channels and our product and our partnerships and find ways to link all these different units. So you could literally be in your couch watching our TV channels, in your car listening and participating in our active channels, and maybe we even get you to a retail location where there's a special coupon or special offer. So tying those businesses together is one of our big goals.
That's brilliant. So you're following the consumer wherever they are, and then you're having offers that reflect their lifestyle.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. And in terms of that karaoke, what's your favorite song to do?
Well, I mean, I'm a big Foo Fighters guy, so I think Everlong is probably my favorite. I think I played that at one of our Battle of the Bands that you're
yes,
probably
you
referring
did.
to. So yeah, that's one of my faves. But we have great talent in our company who sing amazing, and they have great parties. Our Christmas party is one of the best karaoke experiences of all time.
Okay, it's January now here in Las Vegas, and we're shooting at CES. So Jim, you have 11 months to get my invite to me for the next
Can do.
Christmas party.
You have to have a very hearty, willingness, because it can be kind of cold in Montreal that time of year. But it's a beautiful city, great location. You're always welcome to come and visit us.
Thank you.
We love to
Now,
have you.
speaking of CES, you guys have a big booth there this year.
We have. We are showcasing a number of our products. The partnership with TuneIn is a big deal. We also have our singing machine group, which make microphones and karaoke machines, and they sell those. The mics are actually part of our car experience. So some of our OEMs actually buy the mics, put them in the car, and the car that I'm referring to, one of them is BYD's D9, the Denza 9.
Oh.
I drove that from Pasadena yesterday.
No, you did not.
And we brought it up here, and it's in our suite, and you can literally see all of our different apps that are part of our car experience.
I will be so there. Now, are you able to, or do you even want to try to monetize the karaoke experience, or is that a distribution play?
So we always want to monetize everything we do, and we're a for-profit business, and I think we've done a pretty good job thus far. So karaoke is a specialty product in the car where it does not have advertising. Our other products have advertising, and that supports those products. In the case of karaoke, it's a premium experience. So we have different monetization models with our OEMs to support that, but we generate revenue from our other products, and we share that with the OEMs. So it kind of all comes together and works.
Hence that threading the needle where the consumer is.
Right.
And, everybody wins.
Indeed, that's the plan.
Everybody wins. So we met back in the day when video, television, whatever, it was still called cable. But now I don't think we even use that word anymore.
Not really. MVPDs, we obviously have lots of distribution partnerships with MVPDs, and we continue to do that with virtual MVPDs now. But literally, it's whatever platform reaches consumers, we find a way to use our products and formulate them to support those OEM partners. So one great example is with our TV product. We help companies that are creating their own versions, like an O&O. So Samsung has their own O&O product, and they created it, and we participate in that with our karaoke product, scoring, etc. LG is creating their own products like LG Radio Plus and LG Travel. And so when they do that, we contribute our content into that equation and help customers create a really fun experience using our products across all of the different categories.
So again, continuing to connect platforms with people and and sponsorships.
Right, and we have, again, a range of products from our music products to our ambience products to our apps, and whatever makes the most sense for our partners is what we ultimately do.
So going back to connecting the dots, you also announced this new partnership with TuneIn that I briefly referenced before. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Part of that is using the amazing technology they put together around advertising. They have an amazing system that we're going to incorporate against all of our other products, and we're going to bring that to market soon. We're also connecting some of the TuneIn amazing distribution they have around radio products and music and podcasts. You'll see a version of that on the BYD car at the booth, but we'll be able to announce a few more things in a couple more weeks.
So cool. I mean, you're almost kind of filling in the blanks in a way with all of the contention around should AM radio be in car dashboards. I mean, we need something in dashboards, so this is really filling a need, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the OEMs are grappling and trying to figure out what the future is going to be relative to their experience there. They like the idea of co-branding, using their brands associated with ours in that experience. They also like the idea of bringing a diverse supply of content. I went to school at Fordham back east.
Yep.
I love WFUV. It's our students' channel, and I can get it on TuneIn, and I can get that same kind of experience wherever I am in the world now through this service. I think the OEMs really appreciate the fact that we're diverse, we're comprehensive in terms of the mix of content, and consumers are reacting very well to it. So we're excited.
I love this company. I love the fact that I get to research something like Stingray and learn all about it. But, not blowing smoke here, Jim. It sounds really cool, like touches all of my interests, all of your interests, certainly, and all of your great experience.
We're very lucky. We've got great people that work with us in the company. We've got great customers. And it's been a blast because the business is probably the best kept secret in the media business. People, still are learning about us, and yet we're making a big impact, I think, on the media space right now. So you're going to hear more about us. We've got a few more things coming down the pike, and we'll be in touch for sure about that.
Okay, awesome. Jim Riley, president of the U.S. division of Stingray, and my buddy. Kimberly Hairston Hicks. So good to see you.
So good to see you too.
Thank you for joining. This is about the third time that I've seen you speak, and now I get to speak with you. And you're flawless every time.
Oh, the pressure.
Yes, not with me, believe me.
Okay, I hope I'm flawless this time as well.
Yes, you will be, because I just watched you. We're here at CES in a lovely atrium, but I just watched you speak at Brand Innovators, and one of the things you said I love, and I'm going to sing it for you.
Oh, I'm ready.
Let it go, let it go. You talked about letting go of control.
Absolutely. As I think even as people, let's brands aside, I've been now obsessed with Mel Robbins, and and her philosophy of let them
5 seconds. Yep.
Yes, and for me, it's just like let it go. I think that if we get stuck in trying to make things perfect, we won't be able to succeed. So sometimes you just got to let it go and trust that things will work out.
It's ironic because you are, as I said, flawless. You seem so in control, and yet you're accessible and you communicate so clearly. I'm a big fan.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours too.
Thank you.
I really am. I feel like even from the first time we met, when you spoke to me, it wasn't, not from a fandom perspective, but it was just like appreciation. And sometimes women, we don't get enough of it, to hear people say,
Agree.
Great job, you're doing well, thank you for your insight. And I definitely appreciated that. And then of course, I've been following you now as well. So I love that you have a podcast, and I hope that you can help me in the future. So, no, thank you.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is high praise coming from the CMO of Gold Bond, part of Sanofi.
Correct.
Yay.
Correct.
How long has it been? Almost 2 years?
Almost 2 years, but I feel like it's 2 years, but 15 in dog years, maybe. I mean, I feel like there's been so much change, so much progress. This was the first year that we've seen some of our strategic priorities really come to life and show results. I'm so proud of the team, and more to come on Gold Bond.
Excellent. So let's get into a little bit of quick history, because I know
Sure.
that you've been at some eclectic brands, but a lot of beauty brands as well.
Yes.
Give us the PDQ version of the route to Santa Fe.
So I started my career off actually as a journalist. I thought I was going
You
to be
did?
Oprah Winfrey. I wanted to be the next Oprah. And
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I worked in a small town in Indianapolis. I worked on the show called Hoosier Radio and TV Small Business Forum.
Uh-huh.
And that really introduced me to business. And a woman encouraged me to go back to business school. I decided to go to Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, of course, and it was the best decision of my life. Not only in business school did I meet some wonderful friends that are still my friends today, but it gave me a career that I love. Marketing, brand management, I had no idea what that was, to be very honest, until I went to business school. And it was all about storytelling, strategic thinking, things that I took from my undergrad degree that I could just put into business school. And my first job was at Coca-Cola.
Oh.
And I will say the things that I learned at Coke still hold true today.
What's an example?
The first thing is the consumer is king, right? You have to be
Or queen.
Or queen. You have to be obsessed with your consumer in order to understand them. During the CES, there was a speaker on the panel today that talked about you have to go into the community. If you want to understand what Black women want, go and be around some Black women, right? So if you want to understand what Gen Z wants, go be around Gen Zers.
Yes.
Like, don't just listen or read insights. Go out in the world and get into their environment.
Yeah. Well, we have something else in common, journalism aside, which I'm so tickled by, that one of my mantras for the value of having B2B content marketing like this is listening to others, like in social media, and learning from them, and then you can lead.
That has been my leadership philosophy forever. And I said to someone recently, I was like, I'm not even sure where it came from, but for me, in order to understand anyone, my dad used to say, you have two ears and one mouth for a reason.
Love it.
You need to listen more than you talk. Learning is just a form of curiosity and understanding and going deeper, finding out what motivates your consumer. And then lastly, you can lead from a human point of view and a servant point of view to make sure that you're serving your consumers and the way that they deserve. And so that has truly been my philosophy. So I love that somehow, like my
brilliant minds.
We've connected. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Let me check some of my notes because there's a lot about you. Actually, what you talked about earlier also, I loved that. I wrote this down, everybody. You said that authenticity is about aligning on our shared values, and you used the example of partnering with Chelsea Handler, who we love, for Gold Bond. Can you talk about that experience and how that was authentic?
Sure. Well, the first thing is Chelsea's a Jersey girl. I'm a Jersey girl, right?
I'm a Jersey girl.
And so there you go. But moreover, when we were looking for the right partner, we looked at several people, and when I discovered that she loved Gold Bond, right? So that shared value is that she's a user of the brand naturally, that it doesn't feel forced. I think one of the funniest things, and I won't mention the celebrity's name, but there was a big celebrity when I first started working at Coca-Cola that was a Pepsi spokesperson. But she got caught off screen, meaning not on the job, but someone in the environment, and she was drinking a Coke. Well, because she loved Coke, right? So what I think Pepsi, the mistake was they were chasing the bigness of the celebrity, but that celebrity did not value their same values. They were truly a Coke person and a lover of Coke, and that's where you need to make sure. So when I found that Chelsea loved Gold Bond, I was like, okay, let's figure this out. She does this bikini ski run every year for her birthday. And what better way to showcase products that hydrate, moisturize, protect your skin than doing it during a snow run. And we actually amplified that to create what we were going for, the largest swimsuit ski run in the world. And we didn't quite make it because there was a blizzard, 40 inches of snow.
No.
It was terrible. I mean, it was the worst blizzard that Tahoe had seen in, like they said, almost centuries. However, 600 people still came out. And moreover, we delivered against some major KPIs. We had 3 billion impressions.
Oh, man.
We delivered 12% over for our sales. So it really was a great connection. And we continue to build that relationship with Chelsea.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that you talked about, though, and getting back to the let it go.
Let it go. Yeah.
is you can't necessarily plant a stake in the ground on how many impressions did I hit. Now, 3 billion is impressive,
yes,
but you have to have other ways of analyzing your KPIs. What's an example?
So I like to think about it as the moment in culture. Are these meaningful moments that people are talking about outside of just that moment?
Yeah.
Can we extend it? And I will tell you, even today, someone in the CES said, I saw that on your partnership. And when I go skiing, we make sure to have our Gold Bond. Like, you can't buy that, right? That is something that we're now seated in culture, and people will know when you go out on the slopes or you go out in the weather, the environment, you must be moisturized, hydrate, and Gold Bond is your partner to do that.
Yeah, and one of your sort of positioning sentiments, I don't think it's a tagline, is the power of touch and connection,
yes,
or leading to connection.
So our actual positioning is really about skin so cared for, you want to share it. So our campaign was all about touch, moments of touch, bringing people together. I think that one of the biggest challenges for me as a person, this is a personal level, is that we are so disconnected.
Yeah.
We do more Zooms than meeting in person, and so when we get to come out like this, I love it because I'm motivated by others, and I believe that we all need that connection. I know that there's tons of research that show the more connected you are, the better that you will feel. When people are isolated, naturally they become depressed. And this generation has been said that have been the most disconnected in any generation prior. And unfortunately that was driven a lot by COVID. But I think we're almost using that as the norm now, right? It's new normal. And we want to encourage at Gold Bond for people to connect, to come together, get out the chat, don't do FaceTime, right? Get together.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Get some FaceTime like we're doing today.
Yes.
Which is marvelous.
And not have our heads in the phone, although I do have to check my notes because there's a lot about Kimberly Harrison Hicks, including the fact that you were named a Master of Media and Marketing by Ad Age and Havas.
That was... for 2025, that was one of the best things for my career. I loved it. I felt honored. And again, one of the things I feel like we as women are not as comfortable celebrating our wins as our male counterparts, right?
True.
And I want to encourage women to do that, right? It is okay to shine. It is okay. We work hard. There's some shine in that. And so I was privileged that they honored me in that way, and I don't take that lightly.
And I have a feeling it was well earned.
I would say so. If I say so myself.
That's perfect.
If I do say so myself.
I want to kind of bring it home with 2 more points. So one of the other things, journalism, listen, lead, learn, that you don't know about me is that I was an artiste for Borghese for 2 years. I was in the beauty business.
Wow.
And then I went into marketing. You went from, I think, marketing CPG into beauty.
Yes.
How'd that happen?
So I think the theme here is a woman helped me, right? So
Yeah.
one of my mentors at Coca-Cola went to L'Oreal to lead one of their businesses. And after almost 5 years of being at Coca-Cola, which was a blessing, I wanted a change. And I reached out to her, Candace Matthews, and she, true to form, said, send your resume in. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
And the great thing was several of the divisions reached out. I interviewed during the National Black MBA Conference, and when I had to make a decision, I said I want to go work for Candace Matthews on Soft Sheen Carson. And I will tell you, I thought my job was amazing at Coca-Cola, but when I landed in beauty, I have never turned back. I love beauty products, not just from a consumer standpoint, but really in a business standpoint, but really how it makes people feel.
Yeah.
We take for granted sometimes our jobs. And after listening to focus groups and hearing people talk about how they would be paralyzed from if they felt like they didn't have a good hair day, if their hair didn't look good, they wouldn't go outside. They would stay home.
Yeah.
It really was impacting people's lives, their physical appearance. And so my role in beauty is to improve lives.
Oh, I love
essentially.
it.
That is my role. I want to make sure whatever products I develop, programs, that I'm thinking about the consumer as my endpoint, as my North Star.
Yeah.
So,
You
and
know,
I love it.
Being one of the makeup artists in the department store, honestly, that was a really great feeling when someone would say, I don't know how to apply this, and I don't know what to do, or I'm not feeling great about myself. And then they walk out with their heads held a little higher, their shoulders back. I'm in my flying outfit today, but, you know, Kimberly represents here.
Yeah,
So-
thank you. People feel transformed. I feel like one of my, I guess this is my cape, right?
Yeah.
What I put on and how I present myself to the world truly is the way I want to show up. And it's
Yeah.
not just about, I'm just going to put a pair of pants on and a
Right.
jacket. I really want to feel good in my armor
Yes.
or my makeup, right? I mean, I'll put a red lip on and, you know, and go. So, but it does make you feel confident. I
Yeah.
feel like I can walk into a room and be enough. So,
Oh my gosh, this is so much more than a podcast about digital media or anything else. And you're going to have to do a podcast, I think, now and continue this thread. And I'm the person to help you.
I am looking forward to it. I am. I'm so admire you and what you're doing.
Thank you. Well, again, just to bring it home to CES.
Yes.
I wrote one of my Substack articles about the things I was not going to cover at CES, including the AI Tamagotchi. Yes, but how interesting.
Yes.
And I admire the robots who can kickbox and do backflips
I saw
and deal
them.
cards with dexterity.
Clean toilets.
Amazing. Yep, the self-cleaning
Sign
kitty
me
litter
up.
box.
Oh.
Love that. Everybody needs that. But one thing that maybe will bring this back to beauty is it was AI beauty products.
Yes.
And I don't know if it projects an image of you wherever you go, or what that might be. But what did you see on the floor that was fascinating to you, and how does beauty represent?
So for me, it was more about the beauty inside than out.
Oh.
And it was really about wellness and living longer better. So I saw all of those wearable technologies that help improve when you're walking, to give you the ability to walk longer. There were the beds that help you sleep
Yes,
better.
yes.
So I will tell you, I was like, sign me up now, because I'm actually getting ready to have knee replacement surgery.
Oh.
And I shouldn't wear these heels, but I know, I couldn't help myself. But one of the things they showed was this technology that you could put on that can really help with your joints and help you walk longer. And
so need that.
And I loved it. And then the
Yeah.
second thing I saw that was the self-driving vehicles.
Yep.
And that really comes home for me because my mom lives with us now. My brother-in-law lives with my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law, unfortunately, is not able to drive any longer.
It's such a loss of control, and not in the good way.
And loss of control and connectivity.
Yeah.
And so she feels isolated. Thank God my mom is still driving and dropping it like it's hot. Shout out to my mama. But I can see a world where that's going to happen, and I want her to still have that independence.
Yeah.
And so I am so excited about where this future of technology and well-spanned and helping us live longer, better.
Yeah.
I'm for it. And AARP had one of the best activations on the floor.
Coincidentally, I interviewed the VP who put the whole Age Tech booth together. That will be in a bonus segment. And
Amazing.
You didn't even know that you were teeing me up for that.
I had no idea. And I will say amazing.
Yeah.
I got to get my AARP.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm getting it, but I will now pay more attention.
Yeah, it's a good
bravo
company,
to
good
them.
organization.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we brought it home. The need for connection, and especially when control is limited. But
Yes.
as you said, it's all about the authenticity and how you reach people, and the power of touch.
Yes.
Touching your
connection.
cape.
My super cape.
Kimberly Harrison Hicks, thank you so much for joining me from Gold Bond here at CES.
Thank
You're
you.
Amazing.
Thank you. And so are you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are
We.
amazing. Well, another day, another interview from CES 2026, this time with Jen Unz. She's the SVP at DAX US. Hello.
Hi, AB. How are you?
It's so interesting, all of the tech challenges at the Consumer Electronics Show. So we're here at a lovely Starbucks. Hopefully everyone can hear us. But, you make hay when the sun shines. So thanks for being very spontaneous.
Of course, no problem.
I know you know your stuff cold, so this part will be easy. Tell us a little bit about what DAX is, what it's solving for. Give me a little structure.
Yeah, sure. So DAX US is one of the largest audio networks in the US, where we represent 20% of the US audio marketplace, which is about a fifth. We're owned by Global, which is one of the biggest media companies in the UK. And really what we solve for is fragmentation in audio, right? There's a lot of places where you can buy audio, but what we do, because we're platform agnostic, we are really helping brands find audiences that they would otherwise miss when they only focus on very app-focused services. Because the reality is these apps, they heavily skew in specific demographics, specific regions of the US, and a lot of times they focus very heavily on these high-tier podcast creators.
Okay.
You're missing out on mid-tier creators. You're missing out on a lot of markets. You're missing out on several demos that you may not be reaching currently. So you're really focused in on helping provide full reach in the audio marketplace in the US when you add DAX to their strategy.
And when you say apps, you're talking about listening apps?
Listening apps. So
Okay.
anywhere you might listen to music, podcasts. When you think about that, there are, very specific demos that come to mind. Some skew much older, some skew much younger. When you have DAX, because we're agnostic, we have several sources of inventory for audio listening in the US. We can hyper-target and fill in those holes, so you have true scale.
So important these days. I mean, it's also like the local at scale in a way.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. And that creates probably greater efficiency because you can geo-target, you can be brand specific and all of that.
An affinity target. There's a lot of ways that we can find that audience throughout the US to really supplement the work that they're currently doing with maybe those app-based services.
Now, I am a fan of DAX because I don't know if you know that I worked with Brian Conlon.
Oh, you did?
You see?
I did not know that.
I did at Westwood One. And
oh my
then,
gosh, there you go.
He peeled off and helped co-found this.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Before-
11 years ago.
That's right. Oh, dating myself, but yes.
But that's so wonderful. I didn't know about that connection. That's
I know.
amazing.
So I've always been a big fan of his, and I'm happy that he has a great coworker, and you do as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So as I said, we're at the Consumer Electronics Show at CES. So what's new? What's inspiring you with tech, and what's tech news out of DAX, since you're already doing such good work?
Yeah, for sure. One thing we're really excited about is we're starting to see audio measurement finally catch up to show how powerful the channel is.
Yeah.
You know, audio has always worked, but we haven't been able to always show it in real time and show that proof. So we've announced that we've partnered with Disco to bring brand...
DISQO, right?
Yes, that's
okay.
correct.
Disco.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
To really bring brand lift measurement across every single one of our campaigns, because we want to provide that opportunity for all of our clients to be able to show the outcomes of their investment. And we really want to show and talk about the strength of audio as a channel.
And the attributes of brand lift include what?
Awareness, consideration.
Okay.
So those are a lot of things that have been cost prohibitive for some of our clients, and we no longer want that to be a barrier for proving out the effectiveness of audio.
You know, we have to support audio. Those are my roots.
Yes,
as you now
exactly.
know. Yeah.
We don't
Great.
get the credit that we deserve.
Have you been able to see any innovative tech while you've been here so far?
The most interesting one that for me just brings a smile to my face is, I think, the Smart Play, the Smart Bricks by Lego.
Oh, I don't know about those.
I have
need
two
to.
boys, and so they have played with Legos, for most of their childhood, but it's really adding elements of interactive play, and I love anything that inspires screenless creativity and screenless playtime, anything that can kind of compete with, the cell phone and the iPad and the TV. So I really enjoyed watching the demo of what's possible with interactive play.
All right, so you truly are platform agnostic, whether it's built by brick or audio.
Yes.
All right. We're only in January, but any projections, as we always like to do in the new year?
So I would say for 2026, and this is not just my wishful thinking or hope, I really do think that audio is going to get more fully embedded into how brands plan and buy media.
Yeah.
Ad-supported streaming and digital radio, they'll continue to grow because we always deliver scale and attention in moments that other channels cannot reach. These screenless moments, someone is not in front of a TV screen or a device screen 100% of the day. There are other moments that are very valuable to speak to the consumer. And the reason that this is changing for audio is because we now have much stronger measurement. We have smarter targeting, and we have a much clearer role in how we're delivering overall campaign performance.
I love it. Words from the wise. Thank you so much, Shannon. Yay, from DAX.
Thank you, Evie. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you got some good insider scoop from this episode of Insider Interviews with me, E.B. Moss. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/mossappeal. And I hope you'll follow Insider Interviews on social media and let me know if you have a question or a suggestion for a next stellar guest in media, marketing, and advertising. Speaking of stellar, my theme music was composed and performed by the Grammy-winning John Clayton. If I can help you with your company's podcast, please find me at mossappeal.com. Thanks again for listening.